And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that of good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
I remember when you first came to church and how the Lord did a work in you. You've come from some things. Amen. And there is a testimony inside of you.
In my neighborhood growing up, there was a lot going on. There's a real crime-ridden environment. There was a lot of hustling, a lot of, fights. There was a lot just going on. So, growing up, seeing some of the things that you see, it becomes like appealing. So at a young age, you start doing what the other kids are doing, the older kids. You start smoking, you start drinking. I was arrested for the first time when I was 14 for possession of a controlled substance. Either you're doing drugs or you're selling drugs. It's one or the other. My 18th birthday, I spent in a juvie. It was just a normal day. I was actually in a transitional program called the Boys Probation House in Fairfax. It's like right down the street from the courthouse. My life was headed nowhere fast. Growing up where I grew up, you don't look forward to a tomorrow. You just live for the moment. You live for the night. You don't look forward to a prom. You don't look forward to a graduation. A lot of my friends didn't even graduate high school. A lot of my friends didn't go to proms. I got my GED when I was incarcerated as a kid. If we make it past 18, it's cool. 21, we definitely did something. But at the end of the day, you just kind of go with the flow. Shortly after I turned 21, I got in trouble. I was caught with a gun in the car. They pulled us over, coming from a party. And from there, they charged me with possession of a concealed weapon. So 2 months before I caught the gun charge, I came to Harvest for the very first time. And because of that, I asked God when I was going through that whole situation, like, and if you up there, please get me off of this. If you get me out of this, I promise you I would change. I did remember saying that. I said, I promise you I'll change. The blessing was the charge, believe it or not, because I was technically supposed to be charged with possession of a firearm that held a minimum. But because he didn't specify the weapon, it was considered a loophole. And I was able to get off on just possession of a concealed weapon. God definitely gets the glory, but it was the Harvest Life Church that provided a safe atmosphere for me to grow and develop. I didn't have this in my life growing up, but when I came here, I found refuge, I found safety, I found God. Bishop and pastor helped me develop. I found life here.
Brother, deacon, pastor, all the coming on up here. He's the number one parking lot.
Out here serving, parking lot ministry. This is where it all starts right here. This is how we usher them into the sanctuary. Smiles, customer service, love, care. This parking lot ministry right here is top notch. Glad to be a part of it.
Daniel's always supportive, 100%. If I need something, he's right there. I love him. That's my brother.
I'm honored and privileged to be over the youth mentorship program. It means a lot. These kids are our future, and it's just a beautiful thing when we can go back into helping them. So our job as young Christians is to do what?
So not only is he over the mentorship program, but he's over now the high school program, the whole high school.
Harvest Life Youth
At Buffalo Wild Wings.
We in here, look, Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, fun, Jesus, taking church outside of the four walls, bringing them in, Jesus.
Harvest Hits the Streets. Thank God for the Harvest Hits the Streets planning team. Thank you, Bishop and Pastor Deborah Dukes. Without you, none of this is possible. This is not about us. This is about the souls that we're going to sit there and reach. It feels good to sit there and see a brand new community with these door hangers on. It's an opportunity. It's almost like God brought things back full circle. It's almost like a sense of redemption. You know, I went from hand-to-hand transactions for the enemy, for the devil, to hand-to-hand transactions for God himself, trying to promote hope, trying to promote life. Harvest Life Church is my safe place. I never had a real place to call home. Harvest has definitely become a family for me. This place has changed my life. I got saved here at this altar. I met my wife here. I got married here. I have 2 beautiful kids that are gonna grow up here.
Y'all bring those 2 children up.
Harvest has provided a safe place for not only me, but my family. You know, Bishop and Pastor are a power couple, so they produce power couples. Jama has been by my side. You know, we are actually working in ministry together. You know, we go through things, but at the same time, God gets the glory. You know, we learn, we're evenly yoked. At the end of the day, her and I are a match made here at Harvest. From the streets to Harvest Sister Streets, Harvest Life Church is my safe place. This is Daniel Natal. God bless.